Matthew Huddle. I want you to think about the name Matthew Huddle. Just last month, after being pardoned by Donald Trump for his conduct on January 6th, where he had picked up, racked up, was arrested for 4 separate cases after January 6th, this guy tries to pull a gun on a police officer in Indiana. Thank God the officer is alive and defended himself, and Mr. Huddle is not. But what do you think was going through the mind of Mr. Huddle as he was pulled over by a police officer? What do you think he was thinking? He was thinking, I got pardoned. I'm invincible. You can't touch me. The president said that if I commit violence or I'm with people who commit violence, it's okay. So he tried to shoot a cop. That cop almost didn't go home that day because Mr. Huddle was on the streets. So what this amendment is saying is, shouldn't we track the people who were released? 1,500 people, many of them who committed violent acts, many of them who have since been arrested for child pornography. One of them was arrested at the Capitol just a couple days ago. And you know what? If you want to compare to the gentleman from Wisconsin, the Biden pardons to the Trump pardons, I'll put those lists next to each other and see who reoffends. I'll take that bet. I'm going to bet, and I'll bet it all, that you're going to see more of the Trump pardons back in custody because of this sense of invincibility that the president has bestowed upon them. And by the way, the Department of Justice also just said, just this week, that one of the January 6 individuals whose home was searched and explosives and weapons were found, that he can't be charged with those because they're connected essentially as fruit of the poisonous tree of what was done for January 6th. So this is a pardon that goes beyond just what they did on that day. We have allowed the most dangerous people who attacked our Capitol back into our community. By the way, a man who would release 1,500 of the most dangerous people who committed crimes on his behalf will also seek to lock up 1,500 of his most vocal opponents. That's the kind of mindset somebody like that has. But I just want to ask my colleagues, because many of you were with us on the floor on January 6th. I see many of you over there who were. Many of you ran as we were told to leave the floor, and we listened to the instructions of the Capitol Police who were in the chamber, and you heard the on the door outside, and we didn't know what the hell was out there. We saw the chairs stacked up in the press gallery. And we finally were allowed to leave. Some of us had gas masks on. Some of us were carrying the gas mask. I remember Ruben Gallego telling all of us, because we didn't know what the hell to do with the gas mask, how to put it on because he had served in theater. I saw heroic members on your side who had served in theater pushing a desk against the back doors of the chamber. We were all one team that day. We were Team America, and we knew what team the rioters were on. And when we got to that safe location, and in the hours after when we went back to the floor, you thanked the Capitol Police. We thanked the Capitol Police because we knew what they did that day. And now imagine how they feel when they have to stand guard, as they did last week, for a Proud Boys rally that was on the same grounds where those same Proud Boys viciously and violently attacked them. So the very least we could do together as we thank them that day is to tell them, we're going to track the people who were released. We still think you're heroes. We still think that what you did that day is probably the bravest thing you'll ever do in your life and probably one of the bravest acts any of us will ever be a part of and witness to. That's what this amendment seeks to do. I hope we all can pass this amendment, and I hope we can all look the Capitol Police in the eyes when we leave today and go to the floor and know that we still have their back. And I yield back.